Praise the sun.
This is. Yup. Yup.
Yep. So you're a cool guy now? We get a few subscribers and then you gotta wear sunglasses everywhere you go, or
Welcome back to Am I the Asshole?
I am an asshole.
You are an asshole because you know why I'm wearing sunglasses.
I do, yeah. I just want to see how you bring this up.
Yeah, I was just gonna go without saying anything, but
People were gonna ask if you're just all of a sudden wearing sunglasses on a video.
So for the next few episodes, you'll probably see me wearing sunglasses because we like to record in bulk, as we've said before.
Yep.
How do I explain this? My eye looks atrocious right now, particularly this one. And I would like to not put y'all through seeing that.
It's pretty fucking gross.
It's disgusting.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, I just had to like touch my eyeball.
Yeah, don't.
So to spare you all from having to see that, I will be wearing sunglasses for the foreseeable future on our episodes. And hopefully everything is fixed sooner than later.
Hopefully.
It's been a long day for me.
Same. We're also doing this in a very weird way today. It is 9 o'clock at night.
Or not even 9 o'clock, at 9:37.
Yeah.
We're on the 10 o'clock side of that.
And this is the day before Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing a little batch recording.
Yeah.
For no particular reason.
I mean, so I guess, well, we always have our like little 2 to 3 minutes before we start reading stuff.
Yeah.
To explain a couple things. Today I have been to 2 different clinics, contacted at least 5 or 6 of them, I think 6 of them, and ended up at the ER, in which, all that's for my eye.
Yeah.
It's been a very, very busy day for you. You had to work today.
Yeah. It's our busiest shopping day of the year. For sure. So,
and then I find out when I get home that my wife, who is very, very pregnant, super pregnant,
she is pregnant.
Yeah, is contracting to the point in which we might be going to the hospital in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So if you don't see me for a while, if he decides to do whatever he plans to do on, bringing a guest on, or maybe we somehow schedule these because we haven't tried to schedule it well enough to where we batched it out so we could be good for when the baby first gets here, and then after.
Yeah,
this may very well be a situation where y'all might either see just him for a little bit, maybe a couple, I don't know, but yeah, it's been a really long day. So here's what I need y'all to do, just to help me and Sir Tallness over here. Just subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon,
subscribe,
like the video. Yeah, y'all love the Am I the Asshole stuff, so today we have actually a very special treat for you all.
Yep.
Sam, we know what time of year it is.
It's time to close this chapter out and bring in or usher in a new one. And what better way to do that than to go on to good old r/Am I the Asshole, or r/AITA. No, it's Am I the Asshole, and see what kind of assholery happens on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. And so yeah, we got your usual 4 queued up, ready to go.
Yep. As always, comment your thoughts on each one.
Yep.
And if you have no thoughts at all, drop an emoji, because engagement. This one, drop a clock emoji.
Or the party celebration, like the confetti style one.
Yep. Or an eyeball.
Yeah.
Just to replace mine.
If you have one with pink eye.
I wasn't going to say what it was.
We could read between the lines there, Joe. Quit looking at shit. Anyway. We've been looking at too much assholes. Yeah, pink eye. Oh, I just thought of that.
Read the first fucking story.
We're not going to Rochambeau for it. I'm not touching your fucking hand. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I'm
Rock,
not contagious.
I know. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh man, I was gonna. Fine. I was just gonna keep doing rock to see how long it would take. Go ahead, start it up.
The worst part is I'm not wearing my glasses, so I have to lean in to read.
Do you need me to increase the size?
You wouldn't mind.
Okay, yeah. Let's take.
Hang on, and then hang on. No, I got this. I got this right here.
All right.
Am I the asshole for skipping? Am I the asshole for skipping New Year's Eve at my child-free sister's? Okay.
Wait.
Am I the asshole for skipping New Year's Eve?
So the sister does not have children.
I'm assuming.
Okay.
I'm assuming we'll find out in a moment.
I'm assuming. Read on, my friend.
Okay.
I actually almost choked.
Last week, I hosted Christmas for my family. I, 33 male, have a 2-year-old with my wife. Every year, it's at my sister's sister parents or my house, and it rotates every year. One of us hosts Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. In the last year, my sister, who is vocally child-free, got a dog. I love my sister, but we are very much opposites. When I had my kid, it changed our relationship a bit. She tolerates, her words, my son. Wow. She has never watched him. I have also never asked. My son is present at all family functions. This annoys my sister. My sister has turned into your classic dog mom. World revolves around the dog type. I do not own dogs, and I don't really want to be around them. I don't want them in my house. Well, my sister wanted to bring her dog to Christmas, and I said no. It's well trained and overall okay for a dog. I just didn't want it in my house or even in my yard. She complied and left it alone, but was not happy about it and let me know that several times. The day before New Year's Eve, she told me kids weren't welcome at her house. I was taken back by this and asked why. She just said alcohol would be present. We all drink and family friends also come to this party, and just said it wouldn't be appropriate for a 2-year-old to be present. My wife and I had planned to only stay till 10 anyway, and then we'll go home because of our kid. We reconsidered and opted to not go at all and respected my sister's wishes by keeping the kid at home. I let her know a half hour before the party started. Wife and I treated it like any other night. We didn't even stay up till midnight. By 11, I noticed missed calls from her and didn't answer. Fell asleep while texts started coming in. Calling me an asshole, calling me a dog hater, saying it was rude I didn't come to the party. Said it was bullshit that she got my kid a Christmas present, but I didn't get her dog anything.
Oh my God.
The list went on. She was clearly drunk. I tried to call her. She didn't answer and got a text. I'm not answering, asshole. So am I the asshole here?
Holy shit.
All right. Well, wow.
Yeah. That's another level.
Like I've known dog people.
Yeah.
For a long time. I can say I've definitely met a couple people that were like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, check. I've definitely met a couple people like this. I don't talk to them anymore. For reasons.
Yeah.
I want to hear your thoughts because I feel like I'm going to give a different perspective on this. So what are your thoughts here?
I mean, first off, let me preface by saying I love dogs. I have a dog.
We both do.
That dog is basically mine and my wife's child right now. However, we don't go to that level. Mm-mm. We don't expect people to buy presents for our dog. Mm-mm. If somebody doesn't want the dog to come, we usually don't even bring the dog. But if it was a situation, we would gladly respect somebody's wishes for that. You know, because we know dogs can be a handful. But at the same time, while they are a member of the family, they're also not children. That's a whole nother level. To where the child comes usually to every thing. Now, that being said, it is her prerogative to determine who can come, I guess you can say. if we're going to look at the flip side of this. So, I mean, if you want an adult Gatsby style party, go for it. That's your prerogative. But don't get upset when somebody doesn't come because they have a child to attend to. Like, so I think it's, I don't think they're an asshole for taking care of their child and not going to kind of a selfish sister's party, you know? So yeah, I'm going to say not the asshole. I would maybe lean just to play some devil's advocate. Everyone sucks on that. And that's just because, I'm assuming didn't say, hey, I'm not going to come to the party. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not that big a deal. So yeah, I'm going to say not the asshole for that.
I'm going to agree with you on not the asshole.
Yep.
And here's why. As knowing people who have been like that, there is a very clear distinction between having a kid and having a dog.
Yeah.
Now, having a puppy, you're a little closer to having a kid.
A little bit, yeah.
The puppy can't necessarily fend for itself. Even a dog can't necessarily fend for itself unless you get like an automatic feeder, and that way the dog can go be eat whenever, automatic water bowl, that kind of thing. But when people start treating their dogs as actual human kids, I am a firm believer, and yes, I agree that dogs are part of the family. I love my dog. He can be a dick, but I love my dog.
Yeah.
He's gotten a lot better than he used to be. I still don't treat him like a kid.
No.
I treat him like a dog.
Yeah.
He is a dog. He is part of the family, yes. But my son doesn't sleep in a dog crate.
Yeah.
Our dog does. My son doesn't go outside to take a shit. My dog does. My son doesn't go and put chew toys in his mouth and tear him to shreds. My dog does. There's clear distinctions between having a dog and having a kid.
Yeah.
When you start treating it as your dog is your kid and you supersede them over how a kid should be, and you use that as ammunition towards your own sibling.
Yeah.
No, you are there's words that can describe people like that.
Yep.
And that this 100%, this person is not the asshole.
Yeah.
You respected their wishes by not, they clearly were being spiteful by saying, well, no kids at the party then. Okay, cool. You know what you just did? You just made my night that much easier. I ain't even got to get dressed now. Like, hell yeah.
Looks like they got a nice little night in. Got to sleep in maybe.
They went to bed early. They got to bed about 11. Everything was fine. Like life moves on. You want to be spiteful all because they wouldn't let your dog at the Christmas party. And then on top of that, you go throw out that you got their kid a Christmas present, but they didn't get your dog anything. What?
Like that's where she immediately lost all credibility for me. Because I was like, all right, you can be protective of your dog, sure, fine. But when you are expecting other people to get them gifts, nah, fuck yourself at this point.
Yep.
So yeah,
your dog is not a kid.
No,
there is a clear line, a clear distinction between the two. People who and look, again, your dog can be a member of your household. A dog can be a member of your family. Hell, put the dog in the fucking family photos that you plan on sending out at Christmas time.
Yeah,
who gives a fuck? But when you start treating your dog as if they are an active member of society and supersede other people's kids, where you expect gifts for that dog or expect them to treat that dog as a kid or expect to be allowing that dog to come to parties as if it's a kid, no. It doesn't work that way. Nothing wrong here. You respected the wishes of having a child-free party. Yep. Done deal.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. Let's see what everybody else said.
Everybody else agrees. Not the asshole.
Let's see. Said it was bullshit that she got my kid a Christmas present but didn't get her dog anything. I know this must have been super unpleasant to deal with, but it cracked me up. Your sister sounds difficult. Yeah, honestly. Fucking honestly. This reminds me. Oh,
nope, my bad.
This reminds me of a deleted post from the other day. A gal was 4 months preggo and was mad her mother-in-law didn't get her unborn child a Christmas gift and went off. Wow.
That's a whole nother level. That's
Sam, I noticed you haven't gotten my second son any gifts yet.
bitch, Christmas is tomorrow. Okay. You don't know what they got yet. So
no, that would be so like, there's just, I feel like people just take things to certain levels for no fucking reason. Like,
I mean, it's definitely gotten to a point where people get obsessed over specific things, and it's like another level of like an obsessive compulsive kind of thing. To where
it's terrifying.
Like, yeah, they're like, no, this is like, you better treat this very importantly, even though it's this wax figurine of Jackie Chan. You know,
exactly,
like,
it's fucking terrifying.
Not the asshole. I say this as a kid and dog lover. She was testing you and wanted you to protest when she said that her nephew wasn't welcome. You didn't take the bait, and she ironically threw a toddler-sized tantrum. Good for you and your wife for not arguing, complying, and staying at home. The only misstep is that you called her back. Should have just ignored it. I would leave it alone. That is her problem, not a you problem. And no, you don't. You didn't need to get her dog a gift. I rolled my eyes at that one. LOL.
Yeah. No, I think this is pretty open close.
Yeah.
I've never in my life seen someone actually get pissed about, buying a dog a present, but holy shit. Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. Moving on.
Next.
All right. Am I the asshole for not spending New Year's Eve with my girlfriend? Anyway. The context is my friends recently invited me to another city to spend the weekend over New Year's with them. Me, 30 male, and my girlfriend, 36 female, is upset because I'm not spending it with her. We have been dating for 5 years, and in that time, we've spent every Christmas and New Year's together, except New Year's last year when I had to work. She has moved to my home country 2 years ago from hers and still doesn't have that many friends here, so she may end up spending New Year's by herself, which is not great, and I understand her not wanting to do that for context. Okay, just a run-on sentence. Wanting to do that. For context, I also moved to her home country for 2 years as well. When the invite came, I really wanted to go on a mate's trip, as I don't often get the opportunity for this. My thought process was I will be spending Christmas with her, my birthday as well, which is 1 week before Christmas, and 1 week after New Year's, we will be going on a 3-week holiday together where we will be together the entire time. Am I being an asshole by leaving her on New Year's by herself this 1 year, or am I warranted in the fact, considering that I've posted what I've posted above? Thanks for the feedback. Buddy. Man's looking for a one-way ticket to the doghouse. But I went first last time. You go first this time.
I actually have a story that goes with this.
Okay.
This was 2015.
Oh, the long ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There was a girl I was dating at the time. So, okay, context, she cheated on me. Okay.
Hell yeah.
I caught her cheating on me by sending nudes from my bed to her ex-boyfriend, who I was assured she was not talking to anymore. That was fun. Mind you, she was sending them while I was making her dinner. Even better.
Nice.
We break up. She begs and pleads to come back, like for me to come back. Tells
Baby,
me,
come back.
I'm fucked up. I didn't realize what I had. You're such a nice guy. Please. Okay. So what do? Holidays. I'm like, all right, whatever. Yeah, let's do it. New Year's Eve rolls around, and she is starting to slip back in her old ways of, trying to, what I felt like, drag me along and do her thing.
Yeah.
And when I got the opportunity to go to a fun little Christmas event, it was at Buffalo Wild Wings, something crazy, but it was a bunch of friends getting together.
Yeah.
I wanted her to come along. She was very much against that.
Okay.
She wanted to stay at home. She wanted to literally not even shower or get dressed up or anything. No champagne, no charcuterie boards, nothing like that. It was just stay home, keep a movie on, and her play on her phone, and then go to bed early and start the next day. And me at the time, I was very much a social butterfly, so I was like, I want to go have fun. And so I ended up leaving her at the apartment that she was at. Like, I was like, all right, well, you stay here. I'm gonna go do my thing. You know, I would love to have you there. It's your choice. Like, whatever. And she ended up, I found out later on that she actually ended up, while I was at Buffalo Wild Wings, she was texting me, like, trying to get me to come back. Like, you know, like, you're being an asshole for leaving me here. I don't want to be here by myself, this and the third. When I explained to her again that she had made her decision as I had made mine, I found out later on that she had then texted her ex-boyfriend to come over that evening. And 2 days later, I left her. Actually, no, the next day I left her.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. All that aside, this isn't clearly, of course, that same situation. However, I understand wanting to go out.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like this individual prioritized his time well to make sure that she was getting ample time with him and that he could still do the trip that he was wanting to do.
Yeah.
The downfall here that I feel like is where a lot of people are probably going to side with him being a dick, or in this case, an asshole, is the fact that she doesn't have friends in his home country.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a line here and I'm going to say everyone sucks.
Yeah.
I'm going to say everyone sucks because we don't really have context. Like, all we have for the context of him living in her home country for 2 years was that it felt like it was a similar situation.
Yeah.
But they celebrated together. He has an opportunity where it's where we hear it from his angle. Sounds like he communicated well and said, hey, I would love to go on this trip. I'm going to spend my birthday and Christmas with you, but I would love to do this with the guys. I don't see anything wrong with that personally, because especially in a good long-term relationship, both parties should have their own freedoms.
Yeah.
And as long as it's well communicated and everyone's okay with it, cool. To me, it sounds like she probably wasn't okay with it. But that sounds like also because she's probably dealing with some internal stuff of the fact she doesn't have any friends there, so she's probably gonna be alone.
Yeah.
I am gonna go out and say everyone sucks, because I feel like in this situation, if you're in a long-term relationship, you need to stop focusing so much on what's right in front of you and focus on what's ahead of you. Yeah. Like, you two are spending your life together. This one trip isn't going to make or break your relationship.
Yeah.
You've been in his home country for 2 years and you don't have any friends. That sounds like a situation where you probably didn't want to go out to make friends.
Yeah.
So is that really his fault? You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to say everyone sucks.
Yeah.
Erring on the side of not the asshole.
Okay. My main question with all of this, he says go out with his mates, so I'm assuming this is a boys' trip.
100%. This is what it sounds like to me.
That's what it sounds like. There's not real clear context on that.
It also depends on the country of origins, like lingo.
So my question is, why can't she come? You know, like, I understand you want to go out with your friends, but at this point, you've been dating 5 years. Y'all are basically married in my eyes.
Fair.
You do everything together. Or not everything, but, you know, like big holidays like that, you typically do together. So why can't she also have fun with your friends at the same time? So by that context, it kind of makes me assume that it's a boys' trip. But at the same time, too, I'm thinking, like, why are we doing a boys' trip over New Year's? You know.
So let's see. My birthday as well as 1 week of Christmas and 1 week after New Year's. We'll be going on a 3-week holiday together where we will be together the entire time.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is after New Year's.
No.
1 week after New Year's, we will be going on a 3-week holiday together.
So them two are going on their own holiday.
Yeah. So it sounds like.
Yeah.
So what I'm reading here is, when the invite came, I really wanted to go on a mate's trip, as I don't often get the opportunity for this.
Yeah.
My thought process was, I will be spending Christmas with her, my birthday as well, which is 1 week before Christmas, and 1 week after New Year's, we will be going on a 3-week holiday together where we will be together the entire time.
Yeah.
Am I being the asshole for leaving her on New Year's by herself this 1 year, or am I warranted in the fact, considering what I posted above? So they are spending his birthday, which is right before Christmas, and a 3 full week holiday together right after New Year's.
That's a lot of time. And I'm not discounting that by any means. Like,
To put it in perspective, I look at it like, when I take my trips to Kansas City, I go by myself.
Yeah.
I typically go for a few days, and my wife stays here.
Yeah.
And if she wants to go on a trip, she goes on her trip. She went to New Orleans at one point, and I stayed here. I think in a healthy relationship, it all depends on the communication you have with your partner. But at the end of the day, it's going to boil down to if you communicate that well enough.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that they haven't communicated well enough.
But to answer your question, I think it is a boys' trip that they're going on briefly at New Year's.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's spending a holiday like that alone is usually not fun, especially if you do have a significant other. Mm-hmm. But I mean, he's had a lot to he's considered a lot of it. And so, I mean, having a little bit of time for himself isn't necessarily a bad thing. So yeah, I'm going to go also everyone sucks, but I'm going to err on the side of asshole just on the off chance that it's not just a boys trip.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, cause we don't have enough context for that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just going to be, they need to communicate it and realize that people need time to themselves. But
I think we talked about that. If anybody's watching, go back and watch our, I think it was our relationship advice or something. It was one of our advice episodes.
Yeah.
On the podcast, we actually talked about the importance of actually having that personal time.
Yeah. Because
you will lose your identity if you don't.
Yeah.
It is so very important for you to have your partner to have them, and then you be able to celebrate each other, celebrate the successes, celebrate the things you enjoy. My wife knows not a thing about Star Wars, but she knows that I absolutely love Star Wars.
Yeah.
So she's going to if I'm having a shit day, she's gonna put on Star Wars, on the TV. If I'm sitting there on the couch, kind of bummed out for a second or whatever, she knows certain things that work for me. It's good to know those things about your partners. It's good to know that they have that personality and their own thing.
Yeah.
In this situation, it's also very important to be able to distinguish, hey, this is gonna be me time. I am separating this time for you, because I want this to be, our time. Yeah. But I do need this. Yeah. I agree with you though. There's not enough context, and that's why I'm erring in the middle. I know you're on the opposite side, but in the middle, that's why I can't really decide between the two, because it feels like a situation where if the context came back of him explaining okay, I 100% clearly explained this to her. We've been planning all these things for 2 months now. This isn't something that's brand new or just sprung up. The trip itself sprung up. I would err on the side of saying not the asshole, because you've done everything you need to do.
Yeah.
So you're in my eyes, you're clear.
Yeah.
But I can definitely see where you're coming from, because again, there's not enough context.
Yeah. But then also too, why does it have to be over New Year's? That's the only other hang up. It's you can have a boys trip whenever the fuck you want.
Well, apparently he can't.
Well, but I mean, I'm just saying, why are we scheduling it then too? So that's.
I wonder if that's just out of his hands though.
It could be, yeah, but
because it sounds like they came to him with the trip idea.
Yeah. And
it just happens to be over New Year's.
Yeah.
So it's probably. And truth be told, being in your 30s, you start to think more logically in this vein of especially with your job. It's likely what happened was all of them had vacation time right at New Year's and went, oh shit, hey, let's get the boys together for a weekend.
Yeah.
Because we're all off work. Yo, let's hit up, Chad and see what he's up to. We haven't brought him out in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, Chad doesn't have Chad's girlfriend's here, but Chad's able to do it. Cool, because Chad has time off. Whatever it is, but
yeah.
Yeah, so everyone else...
we're saying everyone sucks. Everybody else, though, asshole. So let's see what they're saying here. I think they're probably going to be a lot of split, or they're just going to all go crucifying him.
Yeah, I feel like the torches have already been lit here.
Yeah, I mean, while sometimes the comments have sound and sage, opinions, other times we got a couple keyboard warriors.
Yep.
Saying some shit. So anyway... yes, you're the asshole. You've admitted she's got basically nobody, yet you're in a committed relationship with her. Do you care about her or don't you? Forget your mates. You won't get to be with her very long if you treat her like this. Also, why can't she go with you? The only part of that I agree with is that last sentence. And everything else is cringe as fuck.
Everything else, Windlord, I just want you to understand you probably don't have a significant other. If you do, I feel bad for them.
Yeah.
Because those 3 lines right there is very, very toxic thinking when it comes to a relationship.
Well, it's codependent thinking.
100%. 1,000%.
Yeah.
You've admitted she's basically got nobody. Okay, she's been there for 2 years. Why does she have nobody? Is that a her thing?
Yeah.
Is that something y'all talked about? Do y'all, is she not looking for friends because y'all plan on moving away? The options are endless as to why she has nobody.
Yeah.
Do you care about her or don't you? That's a toxic fucking question. If you ever ask your partner that, if you feel like you honestly, consciously have to ask your partner that, leave.
Yeah.
That.
Forget your mates. Fuck you.
Hey,
we're leaving this podcast and I'm just going to go and hang out with my wife 24/7.
There you go.
And that's it. Cause that's all I need.
Yep. You know what? Hey, while you're at it, you should sell your computers.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Your printers.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
guitars too. And then
honestly board up your office.
I mean, honestly, she needs a bigger office from what I'm hearing. Understanding.
Knock that wall out. Give her all of your stuff.
Yep.
Because do you love her?
Clearly.
I mean,
apparently not enough because I have my own separate office right now. So,
you need to conjoin offices.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We used to have conjoined offices actually at one of our apartments. That was just space related. So.
And at the end of the day, you know what? Forget who you are. Don't even have a name. Just have a number.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel fantastic.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Who are you?
Who? What?
Exactly. That's that kind of mentality.
Yep. All right. Let's see. You're the asshole for a couple reasons. First, nobody wants to spend New Year's alone, and you are leaving with spending New Year's alone as the only option. Second, why the heck did you not think to take her with you? That never crossed your mind, not even for a millisecond. All right. There's a response from the OP. So let's see. The reason it didn't cross my mind is she hasn't worked for 2 years and has no money. I've just paid for our whole 3-week holiday together after, and I don't have the money to pay for this as well. Interesting. So it's not.
They got -30.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hang on.
They're crucifying him.
Yeah. If you're that short on money, you shouldn't be traveling at all with or without your girlfriend. I've been traveling full time for the last 10 years of my life. I don't need advice on how and when to travel. Thanks, mate.
Valid.
Yikes. Yeah. So it's not that I didn't cross my mind. It's just that it's not feasible. If you resent her for not working and therefore not contributing, that's
resent.
I don't resent. Jesus Christ. You need that's a conversation you need to have with her. This rape seems passive aggressive revenge. You're the asshole.
Oh my god.
Huh? I don't resent her for not working, which is why I specifically didn't mention anything financial in the post. The post is not about money. You asked why she couldn't come, and I'm telling you that it's not financially feasible. Like I said, I considered the fact that we were spending all this time together in the coming weeks, that taking New Year's off with my friends would not be a problem, but judging from the replies here, I guess I was in the wrong. Seems like you're giving yourself permission to ignore her feelings because you disagree with how she feels. That is not a healthy relationship dynamic. That is not a healthy way of thinking. You know what? Fuck it. I'm actually gladly say it this time. You need to have good and honest. Are you going to get revenge on me right now?
No, I'm just drinking in this moment.
This in? Okay. I'll let you count us in. Yeah, you do it. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'll say it gladly this time.
Yeah, I need you all. I need everybody who has made it this far in the episode. I need you to post a very smiling emoji. Okay. At this point, it sounds like they have had good, clear, honest, trustworthy communication.
And I said that with an actual smile on my face this time. I'm not going to any other time. So
I'm proud of you. These comments, like you said, you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
The comments sometimes have sound logic.
Yeah. And
then other times it shows, and that's exactly what's happening is they are monkeys flinging poo at him. Now that we have context, I'm assuredly saying not the asshole.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hold on. Why can't she join you and your friends? She hasn't worked for 3 years and I don't have the money to pay for her ticket as I'm already paying for a 3-week holiday. That's a fair reason.
Yeah.
Is the reason she hasn't worked because she can't legally work in your country? For the first year, she couldn't. The second year, she didn't want to get a job. She has just recently started working. Okay, well then. Yes, you're the asshole. You want to leave her completely alone so you can go party with your mates. No. Okay, YouTube, I need y'all to understand something. As someone who's been married for almost 6 years, I can tell you I've seen the good and the bad when it comes to communication.
Yeah.
Good, honest communication with your partner. There's an understanding. If you and your partner have this need for one another, that you have to be around one another all the time, which is a thing, that's fine. But there are relationships where that is not the case. And you have to understand that having good communication with your partner to let them know, like, hey, here's all of this that we're doing. I just want to spend this with the guys. You know, like, I guess the reason you're posting this is maybe your partner might have taken offense to it and be like, why are you leaving me alone for the holiday? But now that we have context, you're paying for everything. You're not throwing it in her face that she's not financially able to do it right now. You've taken care of everything else, and you consciously communicated, hey, I would like to take this trip.
I have a note on that.
Go ahead.
So, because I just thought, like, maybe he just bought the ticket and then said, hey, by the way, I'm doing this. So at that point, it's an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, that's an
at
asshole
that point,
move.
it's an asshole. And so it's hard to tell from the context of this because it just says, my girlfriend is upset that I'm not spending it with her. Got the opportunity. So, like, he didn't say he did it and then asked. So that's where I'm still going to say everyone sucks and lean on the side of asshole because of that. Because there's not enough context. I'm not going to go straight to not the asshole. It can very easily flip either way for me.
Yeah.
But it's all about, she can be upset about it, but then still say, I mean, go ahead and go or something like that, you know.
Yeah,
so.
I'm still gonna err. I'm still gonna err with everyone sucks.
Yeah.
Erring not the asshole, because I do want to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
And say that it's very possible that this is simply a situation where she's just upset that he's leaving her alone.
Yeah.
I still want to know why she doesn't have friends.
Yeah, I mean that could be a whole laundry list.
But that's what I'm saying.
We're not going to dive into that.
No, but the reason I'm saying that is because that's part of why this is becoming such an issue for everyone.
Yeah. Is
he's choosing his friends over her. No, he's consciously making sure that that he's getting to, feed his soul, if you will, across the board.
Yeah. Spending time with her throughout the holidays. This one particular time he's going with the guys, and then 3 weeks it's just the two of them.
Like, I don't know. I do feel like this chunk's missing, but I think we should move on. Yeah, we can sit here and do what ifs all day long.
Yep.
I will say in conclusion, these commenters definitely suck.
Yeah.
Moving on.
All right. Hey everyone, if you're enjoying the show, make sure to subscribe or follow depending on the site that you're on, and make sure to drop a like on the video. If you have any lousy ideas for the show, feel free to email them to us at thelousypodcast@gmail.com or join the Discord by using the link in the description. Back to the show.
Am I the asshole for storming out of a New Year's Eve party? My family usually has a big New Year's Eve get together. Due to the ongoing conditions, we mostly passed on a big gathering. I gotta lean a little bit. But my grandmother, 93, wanted to do a little gathering restricted to people who lived geographically near her and were both vaccinated and boosted. So this was back in COVID times.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
That led to a guest list of 6. Myself, my wife, one of my uncles and aunts, and my younger brother. Party was hosted at grandmother's. For as long as I can remember, grandmom has had trouble with names and faces in a lot of these gatherings or just other social visits. You were likely to be called anything from a grab bag of names of all the people present. This pattern continued on the New Year's party, with the first 10 minutes being called my uncle's name twice and my brother's name once, and her getting my own name right 0 times. Tried to ignore it, but I was kind of annoyed by this. More annoyed than I usually get from her name forgetting. And I think it might be because I hadn't seen her much in the past 2 years, what with the plague and all. So, that's fair. So when we settled down on opposite ends of the couch to chat, I was already in something of a bad mood, and as the topic of conversation meandered, I started talking about how my wife and I were watching this old British spoof news show called Brass Eye. Yada, 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 and after talking about it for a few minutes, in which she certainly seems to participate in the conversation, I suggest seeing if I can link to YouTube on her TV and find a clip or two to see if the humor is to her liking. Find a likely one, start playing it, my grandma immediately comes out with, "What's this?" God damn it, it's the thing I was explaining to you for the past 5 minutes and has clearly made no impression.
Oh, God.
It just made me see red, got my coat, stormed up and out without a word to anyone and walked home, about 2 miles. Wife left shortly thereafter in the car because she wasn't sure what happened to me when it became clear I wasn't coming back. Well, my folks have been calling mostly out of concern, and I've kind of sheepishly told them I was absolutely furious with the family matriarch and simply had to get out or say or do something I would regret later. I can tell this hasn't gone over all that great, and from what I hear, the rest of the party was awkward and just kind of trailed along for a half hour or so before everyone else went home. Am I the asshole?
Don't read the edit, by the way. This next part's fine. But
okay, I want to be clear that I'm sure Grandmom doesn't do it maliciously. But like I said, she's always been terrible with names and faces, and I think her hearing and or her ability to focus is going. That part is definitely new.
Bruh. What the fuck, dude? How old is this guy? Like, he doesn't say, unfortunately, but he has a wife, so he's at least 18, I guess.
I'm just gonna say yikes.
That's
like
a big yikes, dude.
Like
brother, your grandma's got fucking dementia.
Your
dude.
grandma's 90 fucking 3, dude.
Yeah.
Like those are just one of those things. I may catch hell for saying this. Those are just one of the things you got to suck it up and get over.
I mean, honestly, yeah, and like I don't think anybody can really get mad at you about it because, like, unfortunately, dementia and Alzheimer's is a thing, and it's rough to go through.
Mm-hmm.
But why are you getting mad? Like, yeah, you have to repeat yourself a few times, and then she might call you your uncle's name instead of yours, you know. But woman's ancient, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I kind of got to jump straight to asshole, honestly. Like,
oh no, clearly asshole.
Like
there is nowhere in this entire scenario where grandma, wife, family, no one else is the asshole here.
No.
You got pissed off because your old as fuck grandma doesn't remember everyone's names. I'm sorry, she's lived a long fucking life at 93 years old.
93, goddamn.
She doesn't remember everyone's names. And then she was carrying on a conversation with you, probably because she recognized that it was a conversation you enjoyed. And then all of a sudden realized how, kind of like being on autopilot conversation, you know?
Yeah.
Oh shit, what's this? Oh, and now you're mad about it because it's a thing that you were talking about. And now all of a sudden she's like, oh, what, why you're getting pissy over small shit. Like, yeah. As someone who lost their grandmother very, very abruptly without getting a chance to really say goodbye, like, you gonna regret that shit later, dude.
Yeah.
You gonna regret the fuck out of that because that shit's going, especially, oh my God. Don't get me started if something happened, shortly after that where you didn't get a chance to see her again. That's just gonna eat you for the rest of your fucking life. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. Dude, asshole.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, asshole.
And then so now that edit is, and sorry. I'll do it at the snap. Everybody else also thinks asshole.
Yeah.
The edit, I'm going to apologize to my grandmother and the other party goers. Good. You fucking need to.
Edit 2, because it's coming up a lot in the responses. I do not believe my grandmother has memory issues. Wow.
Huh?
She retains and can communicate very well on things that are going on. I do think she has trouble hearing and maybe trouble paying attention. Once she's noticed something, though, she is definitely remembering it. Just because she's old doesn't mean she's senile or losing her memory.
Okay, whatever. But
okay, I'm just gonna say this. If it was toxic, I'd call it out.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound toxic. if grandma's playing a fucking joke on the family, good fucking on her. This is the longest running joke. And she's just like, you can see her before the party starts, probably like, I'm going to see how many motherfuckers I can get wrong this time. She's probably got a ledger of just like keeping scratch marks of how many she's gotten wrong at one time.
She's just got security cameras and she watches it afterwards.
Oh, yeah, probably laughing her ass off. Honestly, grandma, if that's where you're at, good on you.
God.
You're the asshole. If your grandmother being forgetful at the age of 93 is making you see red and storm out of the family gathering, then you've got some anger management issues. Take a chill pill.
Honestly, though. You're the asshole. Putting on a comedy YouTubes at a social gathering is behavior you should reconsider in general. There's a personality type that would rather be in charge of picking YouTubes than carry on a conversation. I think you'd genuinely be surprised how people want to watch a YouTube you pick. Even through her dementia, your grandmother knew it didn't make sense that you put on a comedy video.
So I kind of have to agree with that. And the reason I say that is because I went to a party one time. It was a social gathering. All the people there I knew, great seeing everybody, but all of them were stoned out of their fucking mind.
Oh, God.
And one of them was like, oh, my God, have you ever seen Old Greg? Not my brand of comedy.
Yeah.
And they immediately, without question, grabbed the remote and like turned it on. And I was just like,
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go outside.
Yeah.
I have to kind of agree there. So,
honestly, we can keep reading comments on this, but there's not a single person in here that's going to say not the asshole.
No.
Just say,
you're just being you have to understand. You have to understand that at some point you have to take responsibility for your own actions.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of those times.
Mm-hmm.
And you fucked up, dude.
Yep.
All right, last one.
Last one. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend over a lack of a New Year's kiss? Oh, shit. So, I'd been dating my girlfriend since September, coming up on 4 months this week. Oh, a long time, eh? We've had problems in the past. 2 months ago? Anyway, and it's honestly
just last week.
Yeah, and this kid's 15. I'm calling it now. And it's honestly been a pretty rocky relationship because we're horrible for each other and want different things out of life. She wants a successful career as a baker. I run a small business and I'm glad to break even and don't need fancy things. She wants a house and 2 kids and a white picket fence. I want to start and live in a music venue. She wants a husband with a 9-to-5 stable job. I want to produce people's music and I'm okay with being broke sometimes. She's asexual. I have a very high sex drive.
Oh, that alone? God damn. Oh.
Honestly, we've been taking a couple of breaks. Never a good sign in a 3-month-old relationship. Bro, I'm just going to stop right there for a second and just say, break the fuck up. But anyway.
You're not that far in, dude. Just call it.
Yeah, at that point, it's still casual. But anyway.
This is one of those times we've said it before. We need the context of being able to say something like that.
Yeah.
Because usually we'd be like, hey, you should talk it out or whatever. No, leave.
Yeah.
This is one of those times, leave, dude.
Bye. Anyways, so last night was New Year's Eve. I've only actually been dating someone on New Year's Eve once, and it was in high school, and I was excited about the prospect of being able to kiss someone at midnight and all that. But she ended up not even hanging out with me on New Year's Eve and going out with friends instead. I texted her a kissy face at midnight, and she responded with a generic Happy New Year's. I asked if I was going to get a kissy face back, and she responded, not likely. This morning, I found out from a friend that she had been hanging out with a guy friend and cuddling up to him during the party they were at. Nobody could verify if she verify it, and she denied it. But one friend said he thought he saw them kiss at midnight. I messaged her and said, I heard about last night. We're over. Don't text me. Because honestly, I've been kind of wanting to break up with her, but I'm really bad at that kind of thing. Am I the asshole in this situation, knowing that I don't know for sure what happened at the party and knowing that she is asexual, doesn't really enjoy kisses? Brother, how many red flags do you have to see before you fucking call it? Before you get ejected from the game?
I'll say I've heard a fucking field of dreams, not field of red fucking flags over here. Jesus Christ.
God.
Okay. Okay. First and foremost, I'm going with not the asshole.
Okay.
Not the asshole at all here. The only reason I would say asshole is because you're being an asshole to yourself.
Yeah.
You're dragging this out. Of all the times we've ever had cheating stories, we should probably do a cheating episode. Take that note. Take that note.
Yeah, let's do that now before we forget.
Of all the times we've had like cheaters on an episode, we've never put AITA next to that. We'll forget. We'll forget. I don't think we've ever had a situation where we could justify something like this.
So that all it is right now is he
hearsay.
said, she said.
It's hearsay. So objection, hearsay.
Johnny Depp.
She shit on his pillow, Your Honor.
And that's how he got pink eye.
Full circle.
Full circle. We got there. It took almost an hour, but we got there. So anyway, I'll let you finish your thought and then I'll continue.
Okay. So I agree it's hearsay.
Yeah.
However, dog, you have enough ammunition to leave. You've been together for 4 months. You've had these conversations already, so you know neither of you are compatible for the other. Don't force it. Walk away. Funny story. Very brief. I did not kiss my wife at midnight. I actually chugged a glass of champagne in her face. The very first New Year's we were together. Took her to a party. Hilarious. Like, and this is like right when we first started dating. Took her to a party at a sandwich place. They had a jazz band playing. It was dope, fun night. New Year's rolled around. I didn't see it as a date. So when New Year's hit, what did I do? I'm single, dog. She apparently was standing there waiting for a kiss the whole time. And then when she realized I wasn't kissing, she was like, okay. And then on the way home, she goes, is this a date? And I was like, do you want it to be? And she goes, well, if it is, why didn't you kiss me at midnight? And I was like,
Caught in 4K.
Here we are with like 7 years later.
Yep.
Look, I'm going to say not the asshole. I understand that you probably I understand the situation with the cheating is like you don't have a full enough story to formulate. I think that the fact that what the interaction was, with her at that moment said everything you need to know about the relationship.
Yeah.
Whether or not she was cheating on you is kind of absent at this point because you need to leave.
Yeah.
This is one of those times where I'm going to say you don't need the affirmation. Just fucking walk.
Yeah.
Typically I would say get the affirmation first. That way you have the ammunition of being like, okay, you kind of fucked me over. You don't need it here. Just walk.
Yeah.
That's it. I like I said, the only reason I would say asshole is for the fact that you're dragging this out so long. So not the asshole. That's my opinion.
Okay. I'm going to say everybody sucks because they're
That's
honestly both assholes, and for multiple reasons. But 99% of it for me is neither one of them saw the writing on the fucking wall and just ended that shit. Because if that's all the same, I understand, people have differing opinions and you can still make it work. That usually you have to have a little bit of give and take with stuff. But the fact that it's such a young relationship, you've already had multiple breaks within that 4-month period. You clearly don't like each other. Honestly, it's just especially if you send a kissy face and she's just generic Happy New Year's, she was already gone.
Mm-hmm.
If she did cheat, she's definitely an asshole. She's kind of an asshole regardless, but it's just both of them suck. Honestly, they're both if they're it's everybody sucks.
This is one of those few times. One of those very few times I will say you've changed my mind.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree. Everyone sucks.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it that way. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Nah, y'all fucking both suck.
Yeah.
And I don't think one thing I will say is I don't think this whole asexual part at the end needed to come up again. Her being asexual and not really needing a sexual life with her partner at the beginning. Sure. That explains your relationship. Thank you for that context. Not necessarily needed it fully, but we get it. Down here, knowing that she's asexual and doesn't really enjoy kisses, That doesn't fucking matter. Because here's the thing. We don't have the context of saying, what if she didn't even mean that?
Yeah.
What if she just doesn't find you sexually attractive, dog?
That could be it. I mean, and because, yeah, did she say that she's asexual, or does she just not find you attractive? Like, brother, like, just get the fuck out of it.
And hey, here's the thing. A lot of ladies, we know a lot of you ladies out there who watch our show. We know that because we see the metrics.
Yeah.
Tell us in the comments. Has there ever been a time where you either used an excuse like this or just straight up didn't find your partner sexually attractive? Like, it may be a situation like that, but tell us in the comments. Be honest. Like,
I mean, some people are just straight up asexual. That's totally fine. But
correct.
Yeah. So, and then he's definitely an asshole for using, he said, she said bullshit to break up with somebody, which you should have broken up anyway. But to use that as the excuse, like, I understand it's from trusted sources, but still, like,
no, I'm gonna actually disagree with you on that.
Okay,
I will disagree with you because he did explain that he's not good with this kind of thing, and as someone who is never good with breakups as well, like, it is really hard to do that until you have that one spark of ammunition. It's like, okay, well, I knew this was already bad. I gotta go. Like, sometimes it does take that.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't deny the fact that if it's not true, you still should have broke up to begin with, but now what you've done is you've taken a falsified reason to justify your action.
Yeah.
When in reality, you had enough ammunition to justify it to begin with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he had just texted, hey, we're done, where clearly we're not working out very well, bye. If he had just done it that way, I probably wouldn't have called him an asshole. But when he said, I heard about last night, we're over, don't text me. That's when I'm like,
fuck you, dude.
Yeah, that's a little whatever. But anyway.
So you're saying everybody sucks. I'm going to say everybody sucks.
Yeah.
Everybody here says
asshole,
which is very interesting. Let's see. You're not an asshole for leaving a relationship you're not happy with. You are an asshole for breaking up over text because of a rumor. You're a really big asshole for that. Man up and give her a proper breakup. Not this immature, don't text me, we're over bullshit. I kind of have to agree with you here. Because of that, I feel like they're really fucking young. Like, I'm talking like 19, 20 young.
And then they're talking, like, granted, you can have big dreams. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Go make them happen. But, like, the dreaming that they're...
Do it!
Just do it. The way that he was talking or typing, whatever, made him feel super young and that he still had, like, hope.
Yeah, right.
So.
Oh, you sweet summer child. You'll learn just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Your title is very confusing and doesn't seem to fit the narrative of the story. If you did break up over the lack of a kiss, aka stupid meaningless emoji, you have the mentality of a 12-year-old and you shouldn't be in a relationship in the first place. But it sounds like you broke up because of a rumor about her getting snuggly with someone else, which, let's be honest, is also very immature. Just thought of something. What if one of those problems they had was her doing that to him? What if one of those problems was she had done that before in those 4 months?
It's possible.
It is very possible because like it may have been that trigger moment of like, you bitch, I know you did that before with Johnny and now you're fucking doing it with Steve too. The fuck, like, like who knows what that could have been, but that just hit me like maybe. Snuggling with someone else who, let's be honest, is also very mature. If you had broken up for the severe lack of compatibility, that would be completely valid. It doesn't sound like either of you are ready for an adult relationship. There doesn't seem to be any assholes in this story. Just two people who don't know how to communicate properly.
No, everybody's an asshole.
I agree.
He actually replied here.
I do want to say I agree that for the second time in an episode, which has never happened before, you two immature fucks need some good, honest, loving communication. Now it feels better.
You weren't the asshole for breaking up with her. You guys weren't working, simple as. But fucking hell, dude, break up with her. Breaking up over emoticon and a thing your friend thinks he might have seen is special in a way that makes you an asshole. The OP actually responded to that. It wasn't so much that as the going to hang out with other friends on New Year's Eve after I had asked if she wanted to come with me and my friends, and then apparently being with a guy there. Okay, man. Having other plans for New Year's Eve would have been fine if the relationship would have been healthy to begin with. Wow, it kind of harkens back to our other one. And then, yeah, so, I mean, he didn't respond anywhere after that. That's it. What the fuck?
Why the fuck were you even with her? We were both really attracted to each other physically,
that doesn't track.
We were both really attracted to each other physically, pretty much. And I liked spending time around her. We just wanted completely different things. You just talked about her being asexual. Asexual individuals, while I might not know the full breadth of this whole, like, typically aren't going to be physically all over you.
Yeah.
Because it's not the physical attraction that they're looking for nor desire.
Yeah. Usually a emotional, mental thing.
Mental thing. Like the brain waves up here.
Are we way off track here? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Anyway, we've been talking for a long time. So, short story, everybody sucks.
Everybody, I agree. Everybody sucks.
And wow, this guy is definitely 12. So
probably.
Yeah.
But let us know in the comments what you think.
Yes,
we'd love to know. As always, and of course, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Thank you for watching all the way through this video. I don't think we ever really thank y'all for that, but seriously, thank you.
Yep, that's a long time.
We do see the retention rate, and we appreciate everybody who watches the whole thing. So if you've made it this far, type in the comments, "Pink Eye sucks." And that way I'll know you watched all the way through. Yeah. That way he can get gratification in knowing that he outed me for having pink eye. So drive fast, eat ass, smoke grass. Hit the subscribe button behind me. Watch the YouTube video that they recommend, and we'll see you in the next one.
Maybe wear goggles when you're eating ass, though.
Bye.